And this is gonna be sassy, guys. This young man, you know, this is the greatest show ever, everyone.
I have an extremely high libido. Is that too much saying I have an extremely high libido?
No, what is it, Mom? So, this is the greatest show ever. This is MILF Manor, and this is... So, this has the most like hentai plotline ever, right? It's 8 hot mommies, right? It's 8 MILFs with 8 young men, right? And I think the first thing everyone's asking themselves is, who's gonna be the first mom to get stuck inside a dryer, right? Honestly though, please, okay, gently, please leave a comment below and explain to me the whole mom, MILF, stepmom stuck in the dryer, okay? I never understood that thing. I'm not a porn guy, you know, I never watched AVA stuff. What was that? I never watched hentai, what's that? Never saw the genre. I know it's a huge meme, right? With like the mom stuck in the dryer, and obviously she gets stuck and they do it or whatever. I mean, I understand what's happening, but I was like, I never got that. And arguably, maybe it is because it is not a hentai genre, you know? Like, you know, hentai is one of the biggest things, right? You know? And it has a lot of, you know, stepmom and so on, that stuff, right? But I never think I've ever seen anyone ever show that in a manga or anime or anything like that, no. So in Japan, this is not a thing, right? But anyway, let's talk about MILF Island. So TLC, of course, is the best channel ever. And I have to say, I felt, as a Swede, I felt like, okay, it's finally my time to shine. I've seen PewDiePie, I've seen other YouTubers, right? They do so many videos on TLC, and I felt, oh, finally my time. Finally my time to do a TLC video. It's finally a topic that I care about. It's not Big Ed, what his name is. It's not like the weird, frugal people. No. It is finally the MILF. Finally, Myrmonden can shine. But one thing that's so funny is that it really assists MILF Island, right? Okay. But where does MILF Island? Well, MILF Island, guys, is a part of 30 Rocks, in 30 Rocks, right? So 30 Rocks is this classic TV show, right? Comedy show. I like it, every episode, I love it. And they already have this thing, yeah. They already have an episode about MILF Island. So I'm probably gonna keep calling this TV show MILF Island instead of MILF Manor. And I have to say, MILF Island is a much better name, right? So they probably couldn't take that and be copyrighted, right? They were like, we can't take MILF Island, man. It's already a thing. But you show a little bit of MILF Island. So here's MILF Island. This is an actual show from... It's a parody show they made like 10 years ago. But yeah, it's the same. So this show was like Survivor, right? With MILFs, right? And that's a great show, but this show doesn't have a twist though. Because it's TLC, right? And I honestly, I like TLC, the learning channel. I'm genuinely, I will admit that I subscribe to PewDiePie. It's like a Swedish brawn thing, right? Went to school together and so on. That's the main reason. I know PewDiePie personally, that's the main reason right now. But I did actually grow up with PewDiePie though, but to some extent, right? That I have to watch their episode, no. But I will say honestly, I kinda like to see how this crazy man. It has to be a twist, right? But I'm gonna guess here what a twist is. I think it's very obvious. I think everyone's already assumed what a twist is, right? So the premise here of MILF Manor, and I probably will call it MILF Island, and you know, subscribe to the tutorial, because of course I'm gonna have to watch the actual episode. I have to review it, react to the actual episode when it's out, right? But I will say this thing right here immediately, yeah. It certainly feels like this twist is an absolute no-brainer. Like I said, again, TLC, they also did have a twist, right? It's like, you know, married without ever meeting. Oh, he's a drug dealer or whatever. Oh, this guy is a crime lord, or he has no money, or there has to be a weird twist, right? Or, oh, I don't know, he's actually 65, she's, I don't know, 18 or something. So in here, what could it be with a MILF, basically a hentai story?
What the hell? It just got real.
So everyone is surprised, right, when it just got real. Which sounds like a really weird cutting, because it doesn't make much sense for the twist in itself, but it's kind of obvious, right? So what we see here is a bunch of guys coming up, right, and it's, you know, shaded and so on. And it really reminds me of those weird AV stuff in Japan. Honestly, it's kind of similar to those AV stuff in Japan does, which is like, obviously plays on this thing too, right? Oh no, it happened to be my, you know, yeah, behind the curtain, who could it be and so on, right? But, like I said, I think it's fairly obvious, right, that in MILF Manor, it has to be the sons, right? I mean, yeah, can't pull the chain longer, it has to be their sons, they're obviously gonna meet up with that, and it's gonna be their own sons, right? That is a no-brainer. No, I mean, I'm sorry to you, but no one's gonna follow the twist, man. Like, no one's gonna not see it. And what I mean with that, I mean, obviously, they're not gonna date your own sons, right? But it seems to be 8 hot MILFs, right? Which in the, I guess in the range of like 50, 60. Seems to be a little older, right? It to be like 30-year-old MILF. No, they're like 40 plus, right? So it's probably like 40, 60 years old MILFs. And they're obviously gonna have these young men, right? They are probably 18 to 20 something, 25 a bit most, right? And that's gonna be the son's right. I mean, obviously. But, of course, they're gonna date their own son, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be like one mom's gonna date another kid, you know, yeah, they're gonna date the other, you know, the other ladies' boys, right? And it's gonna be awkward, it's gonna be kind of netto-raring, it's gonna be super weird, man. And it really does sound like something that you would imagine from Switcheroo. It does really sound like a Switcheroo, yeah. It does really sound like a Switcheroo. And I have to say, guys, I really have to admit that I think about a lot of hentais for this show. No, but I mean, Jesus Christ, this show sounds like the most hentai show ever, right? Like a clear Switcheroo. It's like, you date my mom, I date your mom, we both gonna smash them, right? Send me some photos. It sounds like the most weird show ever. So I feel TLC done again, guys. Now I just have to make a video about this. I mean, it's hilarious, man. I hope it's gonna be a lot of those stupid jokes, too. And it's probably, honestly, like, gonna be a very popular show. Are you guys excited? I'm excited, right? No, but I mean, it is probably gonna be incredibly popular. I mean, Pornhub just released their stats, right? I'm not gonna show it here, whatever. But you know, I mean, honestly, Pornhub stats, I look at them every year, particularly it's right? And basically every year is the same, right? Hentai is like, man, it's always like, you know, stepmom and like hentai, right? Yeah, it's always like in the top, right? You know, and you're like, well, yeah, that's people wanna see it, right? Yeah, so you're really like, yeah, this show is gonna be so goddamn popular because it has all. I feel like 50% of the hentai is at this too, right? And it's like, okay, then it's like, yeah, it's the stepmom thing, yeah. So it's gonna blow up, man. This show's gonna blow up, and they know what they're doing. They're like, oh yeah, this is good shit, man. This is the good. Are you guys excited? I am excited, right? I mean, of course, it's MILF, right? It's MILF Manor or MILF Island, better name for it, right? And as I keep saying, but I just want to iterate, honestly. I know it's a broken record, but I'll iterate in that part. And this probably is like the second or most popular genre in hentai as well, right? And for example, we used to see hentai winning or coming in second or whatever, right? But I think one issue, I want to put it out there, and it's going to be like an interesting issue, but I want to point it out, okay, I want to put it out here, right? Opposite to the image here of Bakugo's more purpose, right? I want to point it out, right? Usually if you look at statistics of, for example, Pornhub, or other shows, right? Or other sites, other sites as well. And they kind of have this site where they have like, step stuff, right? Do stuff, do stuff, and have different genres, this and so on, right? I don't know, transgender and so on, right? But I think it make a big issue, honestly, right? That they have hentai, and they just have hentai as this big umbrella, right? Which is also one reason why it wins usually, right? Because in most countries, hen stuff is actually the most popular things, right? On different AV portals. It really is. But think about it, hen stuff or cartoons and whatever, right? Just like normal, stuff, right? Has genres, right? It has genres. So I think that's very unfortunate. I mean, honestly, genuinely, I would love to see, for example, Pornhub's, actual statistic, right, for hen stuff separated, right? I'm not just saying as a big umbrella term, but say, okay, what is the specific, right? Because I bet you're right that MILF stuff is probably number one there too. That's kind of my point. I think that MILF is probably the first one, or Futanari, probably, yeah. I feel MILF, Futanari, maybe some Otokonoko stuff, definitely, yeah, Otokonoko trans stuff. Definitely high, but I'm pretty sure that MILF is going to be the winner there as well. Anyway, guys, what do you guys think? Please below, please discuss on. Of course, I will definitely probably react. And what do you guys think? Leave a comment below, right? Subscribe, so on. I'm probably we're gonna have to react to some MILF Manor when the show starts airing next year, right? But you guys have a great day.